Yeah, we've seen it before. Like most recently in the Philly game, I think he's just a ability to rise up and make a tough shot, and he made two of them in a row, and I thought he did a really good job also getting the ball to Cat against that mismatch. I thought he managed the end of the game really really well. Defensively we were locked in, and he has really good defensive instincts, particularly when he's off the ball. He's just really good at being in the right place. So I thought it was an interesting game for us, a great game for us in that, everybody kind of played well at the right time. Like even though not everyone played well throughout the whole game, but like guys stepped up at the right time. Like Ant stepped up in the fourth quarter at the right time when we needed him to. Cat was really really good for most of the game, even though he was battling foul trouble. PB was awesome on Lillard. So and that's not to exclude anyone else, but Vando obviously was huge too.
What was going right, or what was different about the second half, especially the fourth quarter after you guys were down 7, that maybe wasn't clicking the last week or so?
Yeah, we played well. When we play well and create lead advantages for ourselves, and then guys feel like, hey, we've played well enough that we should win this game. The confidence, the shot making. We went to the hoop, we got to the free throw line, at the right time. So, and we kept guarding. We kept guarding. I mean, they were shooting really, really well to start the game, and then as the game went on, kind of cooled off in our defense.
Coach, you were talking about right there, just finishing it and getting to the hoop more on that second half. My question is pertaining to just the points in the paint. You guys had 18 at the half, and you finished the night with 46.
Yeah.
That specific, focus, any message, because that first half, there's just a little bit of.
Yeah, I think at the halftime we were 9 for 21. Our finishing issues still, haunt us. We get there, we miss the bunnies, we miss the putbacks. We were just, but we finished a little bit better in the second half. I think that was really key. So yeah.
Chris, you had late in the game, you had Ant. First, he called that timeout. Ant attacks the basket, gets to the line.
Yeah.
Angelo makes a couple shots. Cat exploits that mismatch. It felt like it was the three of them in tandem.
Yeah.
All late down the stretch. Just how important is that?
Yeah, huge. I mean, that's what I say. In our structure, it was basically D'Lo and Cat against the switch, and then kind of in the flow, Ant was able to kind of get loose and, whether it be in transition, he made the great pass to PB. Turning corners, getting downhill, not settling. Yeah, it's it's really good, really good way to look at it. Like it felt like guys took their moment in the flow of the offense.
Jalen Noel, you didn't play him in the first half. He came in and gave you that extended stretch there.
Yeah.
Kind of when it felt like you needed it.
Yeah.
Why did you go to him, and what did you get from him?
We just needed more ball skill out there. I needed somebody who could put the ball on the floor and go somewhere with it and make a shot. And he played I thought he played really well. He was perfect for what we needed at the right time, and he got a good look. And D'Lo found him in the corner, and even to start the fourth, we called a play, got right to the rim, and he just missed it. But it was really good decision by him. So very pleased with the way he's playing. If he keeps playing this way, he's going to keep growing his role, no doubt.
Lillard got to the line a lot, but only 5 of 17 from the field. What did Pat Bev do that made that effective?
Pat knows him extremely well. Been in the Western Conference for a long time, playing him a lot. He gets up. He knows, he challenges him. He doesn't die on screens, which is really important. He takes the ball out of his hands when he can. Dame is a hell of a player. He's going to make shots. PB doesn't back down. He's right into him the next time down. And he uses all of his juice and his intelligence. So, but it's I think we're lucky in that we caught him on the first day back. It's hard to come back and shoot the ball at a high level and play, but certainly one hell of a player.
All right, we'll go to the Zoom. Sorry, go ahead.
We'll start with John. John, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, was this kind of the first game where you had at least some real stretches of that defense that had been so good for you earlier in the season, just with the activity and covering and creating turnovers and contesting kind of more so than you had been recently?
Absolutely. That's what we've been preaching. Before the game, we had a little edit about how we played in that stretch defensively, and game plan or anything else didn't really matter if we didn't bring that type of energy. So I thought we did a good job there. I was a little worried early because when I first looked at the stat sheet, they were 9 for 12, and if we weren't turning them over, they were scoring. But we slowly started settling into a little bit more of a defensive rhythm.
And Vando obviously gives you a lot, rebounding, defense, and things. Did you see a little bit of, I don't know, some playmaking, some cutting, and just activity offensively that you needed?
Yeah, I mean, he made a corner three for the second game in a row. He did really. I mean, it was awesome. He had a couple big buckets all night long when we needed it. Whether it was had that one keep, and he dunked it in the first half against zone when we were kind of struggling. He had a little slip. Cat found him. He dunked it. He had a couple other finishes around the rim in the guts of the game. And we've been talking about finding ways to get him more involved, and that is just like you got to play with him like they're guarding him honestly. Like if they ignore him and we ignore him, then we make it hard for ourselves. And so we're kind of learning more and more of those things, how to integrate and find that.